What time is it?
It's podcast time.
What time is it?
It's podcast time.
What time is it?
Podcast time.
Yes, welcome to the full show podcast for Fifi, Fev and Nick this Thursday, the 6th of November. Hey, coming up in this podcast, Craig Gass is a US comedian, grew up in a family where his mum, his dad and his sister are all deaf, and he learnt how to speak watching TV, which has made him an incredible impressionist. His Morgan Freeman cannot be beat. That's coming up. We're also going to get a little bit more from that aftermath of Fee's fight at Oasis on Tuesday. And I'm also going to give you an Alphabucks clue amongst everything else. Just keep listening out. I'm going to get into the show now. And I'll be back in a second with the Alphabucks clue.
Live from the Fox Studios in South Melbourne, Fifi, Fev and Nick.
From the north to the south to the east to the west. Every morning here on the FOX. Fifi, Fev and Nick, where everybody knows your name.
On with the show.
Fifi, Fev and Nick. Fifi, Fev and Nick. Welcome to the Fifi, Fev and Nick podcast thanks to Chemist Warehouse. The Chemist Warehouse Christmas fragrance sale is on now. Shop big brand fragrances at the lowest prices today.
That is us just after 6 o'clock, Thursday, 6th of November. Welcome to a brand new day. I'll tell you what, a stunning one as well. Look outside as Fifi, Fev and Nick light up the studio. Good morning.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Just on sunrise.
it is actually. It's really nice.
They showed Melbourne on sunrise. It looked absolutely beautiful. And what a day today is. Oaks Day out at Flemington.
you're going, aren't you?
Yeah, day 3 of the carnival. Halfway there.
When I was driving into work this morning, I saw the big hamster moon.
Beaver.
Oh!
Beaver.
Sorry,
Definitely a beaver.
isn't it a harvest moon?
Yeah, not the first big beaver
Super.
I've seen.
But is it a super beaver moon or a super harvest
It's called
moon?
a super beaver moon.
It was a big moon.
Well, here's the thing. I was on the phone to Fev, actually. I was driving in and I said, oh, there's the moon. And he goes, I know, isn't it amazing? And the thing is, yes,
big.
but it was a full moon. I've seen them.
But
Like,
that was
I don't know why that's bigger.
I was
Slightly bigger?
14%.
Ever
Did
so
look all right on the
slightly.
bike ride.
14% bigger.
From
14.
Think about how many hundreds of millions of kilometres that is away.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
And it looked like it was on top of you.
Why is it a
Huge.
beaver moon?
James Blake has an answer for you.
So it has to do with, I'm not sure if you've got to flip it around because it's from the Northern Hemisphere, but it's when Native Americans would set their beaver traps around about the time of this
Oh, the
month.
old beaver
Oh,
trap.
so a beaver moon's annual.
Cody's been caught in a few of those
Isn't-
before.
I've never heard of a beaver moon, and that's an annual event.
Yeah.
It's Thursday. This week is one of those crazy weeks. It feels like the start of a week. It's the end of a week. Cup week always feels like that. And it was only Monday evening
night, yeah.
that we had our pre-cup party at Crown,
And
which
we
was
nailed it.
great fun. It was just fun. It was so good. We had Gay Waterhouse. We had CEO of VRC, my good friend Kylie Rogers.
Cyril.
Everyone. We gave away an amazing $10,000
Huge prize.
experience to the lovely Graham.
And Kylie Rogers gave everyone Melbourne Cup tickets.
I know. It was
That
great.
was there.
It was a
There's
really
thousands
great,
there.
fun party.
She was
And-
the Oprah of the races, wasn't
Yeah.
she? You get a double
You get
pass.
one.
You
Yeah.
get a
One.
pass. You're going to the Cup.
Yeah, very generous. Now, it was pretty funny, though. Something happened towards the end. I think I melted. Leon and I have worked together for, I think, over 15 years. And often he and James Blake compare our relationships to Veep, which I've never watched, but it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus, the wonderful
You've got a
iconic
show that you haven't
actress.
seen.
Another
There
show
you
I
go.
haven't seen.
Good show.
And we
You're Selena Meyer, the vice president.
We have some moments, and it was a very stressful part of the evening as the show ends, because we connect with the National Night Show, Nick and Lauren, and you've got to time out perfectly. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah,
Leon?
you've got to hit it to the second.
Yeah, so it was a critical moment. Leon had his Madonna headset on. He was in a bit of a flap. It was quite a stressful moment. And did I add to that stress?
Yeah, well, look, there was a lot of things happening because Panau, a huge Australian act, were about to perform live and they had to time their performance out. So we were timing out our break literally to the second. And we had, I think it was 83 seconds. I remember this. It's burned into my brain because I was doing some maths in my head and then you went, Leon. And I went, this must be important. Said, how do I get my valet parking sorted?
But, okay, he laughed. He melted and laughed and said, can this be someone else's problem
I was
right
going to say,
now?
I think the laugh was one of the like, ha, 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 ha. Blood's coming out of his ear.
But we all might laugh at me and mock me. So fast forward 20 minutes, Nick, Cody and I were downstairs at Valet, and luckily I had asked Leon at that critical moment and got it sorted.
Smart.
Because I handed over my validation pass, I got my keys, and then what did Nick find out?
No, you had a little coupon.
Yeah, I had my coupon that Daniel gave.
I didn't have a
Wolver.
coupon.
Yeah.
They said, "Where's your coupon?" I go, "I don't know, mate. I'm with her. It's the same company."
Yeah.
I don't.
Didn't work.
I just go. It's not up to me. You have to sort it out. It's not my fault.
It is up to you, though.
Wolver, someone. No, but it's not. I just got told, park there, give them the keys, and on the way out, they'll just give you the keys. So,
Nick, maybe if you had some initiative and asked me during one of the songs when there was 10 seconds before we went back to work.
yeah, of course. But I'm actually, as much as you give me stuff about getting angry, I never get angry in those situations because I'm not wrong. So I'm like, someone's got to fix that. I did what I was told to do. Someone has to fix it.
So what happened? Because Wolver, who's
By the
our
way,
wonderful security,
They were shocked at Crown Towers that someone's valeted a 2013 Subaru Forester. It was the oldest car there. They're like, which one's yours? I go, not the Maserati or the Range Rover or the Ferrari. You see the one with bluey stickers and bird shit on it? That's my car. Who do you think it is? Please get it for me.
Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
global news, which has become local. So we all know on Monday, the former Prince Andrew is now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, stripped of his titles, finally, after his association with Jeffrey Epstein. So now he's just plain old Andrew.
Yep.
But the repercussion back here, particularly in Layla, is there is a Prince Andrew Avenue.
Oh.
And some residents who live on Prince Andrew Avenue have raised this issue with council. They would like a name change.
Of course.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, because he's not Prince
Yes.
Andrew anymore.
No,
Doesn't,
he's
it's-
not.
That's not a thing.
And I don't
But
even know if there were other Prince Andrews.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor Avenue, that's too long.
No, yeah.
They just
Matt-
get to name it themselves, I reckon.
Oh, somebody will. Oh, do you know what? I reckon some
Smith Street.
organisations
Bang.
will get involved. It
Oh,
won't be a
yeah,
Smith.
won't be
It won't
Smith.
be Smith.
It'll be something else.
But I'm all for that. See, I mean,
Yeah.
131060. Let's broaden this out to just places in Melbourne or other streets in Melbourne that you think need a name change, because sometimes we discuss this, and you know we all know Ernest Wanky.
Yeah, that's Narry
Road.
Road.
Yep, Narry Road. Well, because anyone who goes along the freeway sees Ernest
Yeah.
Wanky. Wanky.
Just drop the Ernest.
Just.
Oh.
You reckon just keep it?
Yeah,
Wanky
because that's what
Road.
Lincoln says.
It's a famous road. I used to drive along it all the time.
Do you know? I don't know much about who. Someone ever told us who
Yeah,
Ernest Wanky was.
So he was a pioneer back in the day.
You just made that up.
Yeah.
But I
And
don't.
there's Edwin Flack. He was also.
Because you've got to find out the reputations of these people.
Yeah.
It's fine to put someone's name on a road, but you need to know a bit more
Yeah.
about them. And
Yeah.
He came after Burke and Wills.
no,
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
I live
Yes,
in Epstein
James
Court,
Blake.
which is
The Wanky family are a famous Prussian family, and Ernst was a doctor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pioneer
great
of
guy. He's
doctoring.
not a pioneer.
Dr. Wanky.
Yeah.
Why did he get a road named after him?
I think he was well regarded in Harkaway and Narre Warren North. So
Oh,
There
I
you go.
like that.
Harkaway's a beautiful part
And they
of the
were
world.
Prussian. I love the.
What's a Prussian? A
Well, I
half
just-
Russian?
I love the. I just think Prussia sounds so good.
Yeah. What was Prussia? Where was that?
So what is Prussian? No one knows.
Yes, James Blake.
it's the modern day Germany. So it might be Vanky.
Yeah,
Ernst Wanky Road.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, Vanky sounds he's better. Vanky.
Yeah, I'm sure we're saying it wrong. It's not wanky. 131060, do you have a street, a court in your suburb? Maybe even your suburb name you think needs a refresh. Yes,
My
Leon?
mate lives on Gooch Street in Thornbury.
What's wrong with Gooch Street?
Well, you gooch. Being
Graham
that-
yeah.
Gooch? Wasn't he the cricketer? English
England
cricketer?
captain.
Yeah, wow.
But your gooch is like in between your bum
Yeah.
and your balls.
Never heard of a Gooch.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Can I guess the street names either side of his street?
It's called Doodle and Bum. It's in between.
Well, that's not a common one.
But it's
It is.
a gooch is
That's
I've
what you call
never-
the time between Christmas Day and New Year's.
just
Yeah,
in between the gooch.
Yeah.
You've
News
never
to
heard
me.
of the gooch?
No,
What?
absolute news to me.
Yeah.
Gooch is
It's
fine.
that soft bit in between.
Any others, Leon? Do you have-
My friend grew up in Werribee,
Oh,
Werribee on Thrush Court.
Oh.
Yeah, well, but see, thrush is a bird, so I sort of get that. You do get a thrush, like a bird.
Yeah.
But you can get thrush when you're a bit bigger and your legs rub in between. I used to get that when I run around after come back from off season.
That's
that's
chafing.
It's the same thing.
Thrush is so different to chafing.
It's thrush. It's red and itchy.
That'd be in Birdsville.
What's thrush? It's
Well,
the same thing.
thrush is red and itchy.
Yeah,
but
so's
that's a yeast infection. Chafing's not a yeast infection.
you know what it is? It's when you got big quads and they rub. But it's just the same thing. It's red and it's itchy.
Absolutely not.
Oh, bro.
It was
Same
psoriasis
symptoms.
is red and itchy. Eczema's red and itchy. You can't just put them
all
all
from the same family.
No, there's just like skin conditions vary.
They do, but it all takes the same stuff.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, put cream on it, it goes away.
No, you can't.
What do you put
could
on
have a
thrush?
heart. You've got organs in your body. You can't treat a kidney disease with heart disease medication.
Different.
Yeah. Thrush and chafing different.
Probably use the same medicine, though, to clear it up.
You know
White
what's
cream.
around the corner from Thrush Court in Werribee because
What?
it's in Birdsville? Swallow Street.
See? Swallow.
There's so many other birds.
You get thrush after that, I reckon.
13 10 60. If you've got a strange street name or suburb, get involved.
Melbourne's 1019.
The Fox.
We are talking about street names in Melbourne, suburbs, places that maybe need a refresh or you think should be changed. Prince Andrew Court, that is in Laylaw, Avenue, Prince Andrew Avenue. Some residents have contacted the council and said, yeah, no, we don't think so.
That'd be an
and
easy
fair
fix,
enough,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
the whole British monarchy have said, no. And they've taken his title. So essentially, there's really no Prince Andrew anymore.
And being the city of Darrab, that'd be Darebin. The ones that
Whittlesea.
don't like balloon. Oh, Whittlesea.
Oh, yeah, other area.
Yeah,
Whittlesea.
Close to balloon, no balloons.
Yeah, I think Whittlesea are quite reasonable. Now we're talking street names. Justine in Skye. Hi, Justine.
Good morning, guys. How are we?
Yeah, great,
Good.
Justine. Is there a street name that you find comical or maybe inappropriate?
Yes. I work in construction, and this is actually a common conversation my wonderful colleagues and I have, and it is Wood Swallow in Sunshine North. We wonder a lot how things get their names, and Pobblebonk was one we used to chuckle about, but that's actually about a frog. But
What was that one?
Swallow. Pobblebonk. It's a type of frog.
Probably. Well, a wood
Wood
swallow.
swallow's a bird.
Wood swallow.
It's funny, Justine, you
Again.
say that because even Fev just mentioned titwobble court, but
Yeah.
that's a bird too.
That is a bird.
And thrush, they're
You know,
all birds.
Why are they going with these bird names? Just there's
But
so
you
many
can see
animals
the-
to choose from. What's wrong with Koala Court?
Yeah,
Because
no,
I think
It doesn't
they're
have to be Wood Swallow Drive.
yeah, no bird should wood swallow.
Oh, I wonder I wonder how wood swallow is different to a swallow. Anyway,
No,
I don't know what any of these
Justine,
birds are.
Thank you
What's
for
a
calling.
swallow?
It's a bird. It's
Yeah,
a
but
beautiful
like-
little
yeah,
bird.
A little bird.
Yeah, I understand it though because these streets would have been, the subdivisions were put in their beautiful native land, and they would have seen the
Oh,
birds.
that's where they were.
Absolutely.
There's either no funny people in the office or all funny people in the office. There can't just be bird lovers in there.
Sarah from Diamond Creek. Hi, Sarah.
Good morning.
Morning, Saz.
Sarah, now you're identifying a couple of suburbs in Melbourne.
I am. So I was going from Swan Hill to Robe over Christmas, and we went through Tittybong and Cockham.
Tittybong. Is Tittybong a place?
Yeah, that's on my
It is
list.
a place.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. It's near Titwobble Lane.
See, isn't that interesting? See, titwobble's a bird. I understand that. What's a tittybong?
Don't know. Sounds like my
It must
Christmas
be an
list.
animal.
Google it.
You know, the
And a kokum.
Cockham.
Cockham.
you got that totally wrong, Fee.
Well, C-O-K-U-M, I would say kokum. Kokum.
Yeah, it's like Cobram, but they just missed a couple of letters.
Cobram.
Cobram's a great place. Good,
Thank you for that, Sarah.
Oil.
Joe in Rosebud. Hi, Joe.
Hi guys, how are you?
Very good, Joe. Have you got something that needs to be renamed?
Yeah, so I used to work with a girl years ago. She lived in 69 Mantung Crescent, Roval.
Don't know.
And
What's
her husband used to love reading out that address wherever they had to go.
Oh,
think
course.
Rude 69
Mantung.
and then Mantung.
It was so bizarre.
It's just all
Crescent.
the dots.
Crescent,
all the dots are joining.
There's some cultures that love like 88 You
Yeah.
know, they want to say if there's 88 in the house number, they're paying heaps. Aussies, 69 man-tongue crescent. That's going for $8 million.
Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
We have a huge, world-famous master impressionist comedian in the studio. Thanks for joining us, Craig Gass.
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to do the Comics Lounge tomorrow night. We're going to just do one show tomorrow at 7, and then on Sunday we're taping a live podcast that I have with a musician buddy of mine who's in a very angry band called Five Finger Death Punch. They're very angry. I don't know what they're mad about, but they're mad about something.
Is it like death metal or something, is it? Or
No, it's rock. It's hard rock. They're the number 2 most streamed hard rock band in the world behind Metallica, who they just wrapped up a 2-year tour with. So, but I'm a comedian who's played a bunch of characters on a bunch of TV shows, King of Queens and
Sex
American
and the City.
Dad,
Sex and
Sex
the City.
and the City.
I dated Miranda.
what were you famous for on Sex and the City?
Well,
How do I say this? Okay.
you're very good at something.
I dated Miranda. I put on a lot of weight to do the show because we met at a Weight Watchers meeting. So I put on 35 pounds.
You actually, you had to put on weight for the role.
Yes. Well, it wasn't disciplined. I just knew what I was not supposed to do. I know that I've always heard my whole life, don't eat 3 hours before you go to bed. There's certain things you're not supposed to do. Yeah. And at the time in Manhattan, I was living across the street from an Italian restaurant, and I started eating lasagna every night before I went to bed. And what's interesting is I woke up hungry every morning because my stomach started to expand.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there's no discipline.
I get it.
So 35 pounds within about a month and a half. I put
Whoa.
on 35 pounds. And then it took me 2 years to take off. I had no idea. And I also lived around the corner from a Ben and Jerry's. So I would always go to
Did you have the role before you ate all the lasagna, or did you eat the lasagna to get the role?
Yeah, they gave me the role because they heard me on the Howard Stern show talking about a relationship that I just gotten out of, and I was heartbroken. And they called and said, "We think you would play a great insecure guy on Sex and the City." And I said, "Okay." And they said, "But if you're comfortable with this is your character. Every time you get together with Miranda, you love to perform."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time you perform, Miranda has a big reaction. Okay.
Yep.
And you're such a nice guy that all you want to do is just hold her and kiss her afterwards, which freaks her out because it's your face. Okay.
Yes.
So, all right. Did I do that all right?
You did great.
Hang on, I don't get it.
He would actually just describe it in graphic detail and go, "Oops." Oh well.
No, that was brilliantly done.
Yeah. So it was. I always get lucky that characters that I play on shows are really memorable characters, but what I'm known for is doing impressions. And the reason why I've always been known for doing impressions is because of how I grew up. And this is not a joke, by the way. This is a true story. Everyone in my family is deaf. My mom, my dad, and my sister are all completely deaf.
Wow.
And growing up in a deaf family, I couldn't learn how to talk from my family. I learned how to talk by watching TV and copying all the voices I heard on TV. I never got an accent from the Bronx, which is where I'm from, which has a very... Yeah. And everybody in the Bronx sounds like Tracy Morgan. Everybody in the Bronx talk like this. Whether you black or white. Male or female. That's crazy. Hey! This is the voice of your next door neighbor, and I'm a Vietnamese girl. That's crazy. Like, everybody had that accent. So the weirder the voice, the easier it is for me to do it. From like Christopher Walken, who's got a real stop and go kind of voice where he'll talk every once in a while. He'll stop. And then he'll keep going.
Actually, on that, didn't you do your Christopher Walken impression to Christopher Walken?
And he hated me. He hated me. He absolutely hated me. I was having dinner with another comedian named Richard Belzer, who...
he was wonderful. Law and Order.
Law and Order.
We knew him from Law and
Yeah, and he just passed away 2 years ago. I'm having dinner with Richard Belzer at this. It's a formal event, and Richard, in the middle of dinner, goes, "Oh, Chris, get over here. Do you know Craig Gass? Do you know Craig Gass, the comedian? Here, sit between me and Craig." I look up. It's Christopher Walken. And he sits down at our table, and there's a prepared meal at every seat, and he just starts cutting into a steak, and he's not even looking up. I can see from his body language he's not in a good mood.
Yeah, he's not happy to be there.
He's not happy to be there. And Richard's engaging. Chris is not looking. And then, to my horror, I hear Richard go, all right, look, I know you're not in a good mood, but listen. A lot of people do a good impression, right? They hear good, bad, and bad. You got to hear this guy. And I went,
that's a lot of pressure.
No, Richard. And he goes, no, it's fine. It's fine. Chris, will you look at me? Chris, look at me. Okay, now look at Craig. Christopher Walken threw his utensils on the table and said, go ahead. I went, I don't know if this sounds like you or not. But what I try to do is I try to sound as weird as possible. And every once in a while, I say the word cowbell. Pow! And Christopher Walken went, wow. And then he went back to the oh my God. And then Richard Belzer goes, hold on. You ever heard anybody do an impression of Adam? He's making me go through impressions.
I'm about to do the same thing.
In front of
I want to hear
Christopher
all of
Walken.
them.
I'm doing Adam Sandler going, hey, that's shibby dooey. And Christopher Walken goes, listen, I get it. You're talented. Good for you. And I was like, he's the one I'm not doing this. I am not pushing this issue. So, yeah, but, yeah.
Well, Craig, you may have met your match in here today because we've got the king of voices, Brendan Favola. Fev, please. Please, we need to hear Morgan Freeman.
No. Get out of here.
Mate, he's taking the piss.
Denzel Washington?
No, it's like, Morgan Freeman. My name's Morgan Freeman. That's how he sounds.
I remember that day when Fev finally did his Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
My, oh my. Go ahead, Fev. I'll start the sentence, and then you finish it. It was a long time there in Shawshank.
You're very good at doing me.
Yes.
Morgan
Who was who?
Freeman.
I closed my eyes. Who was who?
I didn't even speak. It was just Morgan Freeman. You obviously with family are all deaf. I actually did a bit of sign language when I was in grade 6, and I'm, as you could probably see, I'm the dumbest one here. I'm not very smart. I never learnt anything at school because I always had sport to fall back on.
Freak athlete.
And all my eggs were in one basket. Sure. There was I just wanted to play footy, but the only thing I ever remember from school was in grade 6 when we did sign language. But I can do my name.
Okay.
So I want to see if you can see if I could do my name.
I'm curious if the sign language, I think the letters have to be the same here as they are, because words
let's
are
just
different.
see if you get it or not, and then I'll say it's obviously different in America than here.
And perfect for radio too, I reckon,
Right,
sign language. Let's have a sign language showdown on air.
This is when we lost the entire listening audience.
That's quick. Ready?
Was that obscene? No, that really was the spelling out your name?
Yeah, I try to do it quick because we're on radio.
Okay.
You go Brendan.
Oh, that is different lettering than in the United States.
Yeah.
But I could see, it's weird because some of that was similar and some of it was different.
So even sign language has an accent?
Yes. Even even across the country, words will be different, signed different in one part of the country than another part. So yes, even across the United States, it'll be different. Yeah. It'll be an
I think
accent.
everyone would get together and just... Let's sort out sign language.
Absolutely.
Well, we speak different accents and languages.
Well, they're accents.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Now, just quickly before we have to wrap up, this is such a coincidence because I thought it was like Metallica are in town, but you've opened for Metallica.
I've done stand-up comedy opening for Metallica.
That's unusual for a big rock band.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to have a comedian open for a band, and I've done it for several. It's weird. Some of my biggest supporters are rock bands because of an incident that happened in the United States years ago. I do an impression of Gene Simmons from Kiss that bothered Gene Simmons so much that he got on a plane and he flew to New York to confront me live on the air about the impression. And then the next day, I got a phone call from Kiss's management company who said, hey, we just wanted to reach out to tell you that our singer, Paul Stanley, is your biggest fan. And I said, get out of here. And they said, no.
There you
And
go.
they said, no, in fact, Paul wants to reach out to you. He wants you to perform with Kiss. And all these rock bands became supporters of mine, having witnessed that confrontation that I had with Gene. And I've opened for Metallica. I've opened for System of a Down, for the Struts, for Sugar Ray. All kinds of rock bands have had me open for them. But the drummer of Metallica was the guy who got me the gig. And the guy who's performing with me, Chris Cale, his band, Five Finger Death Punch, also did a 2-year tour with Metallica. But when the drummer of Metallica met me, he said, dude, I love your story. Your story's so cool. And I go, oh, about my family? Oh, and I didn't realize he heard a horrible version of my story because he introduced me to the other 3 members of Metallica and said, hey, man, this is Craig. This is the guy who does all the voices, and check it out. His whole family is retarded. I go, they're not retarded. They're deaf. What are you doing? You're messing my whole story up. I was like, yeah.
So I love he still led with what a cool story.
What a cool story. Hey,
Just out of interest, though, what was the Gene Simmons impression that he hated so much? Can you do it for us?
I would go on the air and I would sell products. Every time we had a music guest in the studio, I would interrupt the music guest and say, that's a great story. And you know what? If you want to hear it again, you can. It's available for $49.95 at kissonline.com. And I kept selling everything as the impression of Gene Simmons. And that's what bothered him. And
he's got coffins. They sell
He
Kiss
didn't want
coffins.
to be the dental guy.
yeah, he came in and sold a coffin to us. And I said, you know what's crazy? For an extra $1 million, I will throw Ace Frehley into the casket for $1 million. And you can spend eternity spooning with Kiss. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
I was on Gene Simmons' reality show.
You're kidding?
Yeah, I was in an episode. Just a fun fact. Hey, another fun fact. I don't know if you remember, but producer Leon over here, he years and years and years ago actually interviewed you on Channel 31.
I remembered his name when I saw it in the email. I was like, why do I know that
Really?
name?
Yeah.
15 years ago, I hosted a TV show on Channel 31, and you were a guest.
Wow. I was going, I know this name. I know this name. And I was trying to figure out.
You haven't met any other Shergrens in your travels?
That is
It's not
an
a real
impressive
common
memory.
Leon
This
Shergren.
is when Craig realized he was being used as a pawn.
We could talk to you all
Yeah,
day,
we could.
Craig.
Leon
Thank you so
Shergren.
much for coming in. And you can see Craig, the Comics Lounge, tomorrow night and Sunday.
Tomorrow night and Sunday. So tomorrow's just one show at 7
Big
p.m.
dog, just one show.
And then on Sunday afternoon, we're taping a live podcast. If you're a fan of any of the shows I've been on, Sex and the City, King of Queens, Family Guy, American Dad, you will love the
He's
show.
a man
Good's
eater.
that. Tickets, thecomicslounge.com.au. Craig Gass, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Melbourne's 1019.
The Fox.
What?
I think the Christmas cracker went off.
Oh, what happened outside the studio, guys? Well, I know what happened. 'Cause
I think a Coke exploded.
I'm covered
Celebrating
in
an F1 win.
Coke.
It's unbelievable.
Someone just dropped a Coke can. It's just sprayed all the Coke, all the windows.
walls,
Was it Phil in Phil?
It was
Gemma.
Gemma. of
Gemma.
You're covered.
course. I'm soaked.
Yeah.
You're drenched in Coke.
That's all right. Everything's
Did you
replaceable.
shake,
Life.
she must have shaken it up or something.
Poor
Because it just doesn't explode like that.
I dropped it.
That's amazing.
She was stocking
That's like
up to help
putting a
Nick's habit.
Mentos. You know the trick where you put the Mentos into the Coke
Yeah,
bottle and
and
it goes up, fizzes up.
Anyway, it's just gone 12 minutes past 8. Good morning, guys. Beautiful day outside.
I'm glad that didn't start a fight out there.
Hey, let's talk concerts. And I am interested in people's opinions. So 13, 10, 60, get ready. Concert etiquette. And there was a big issue at a Jelly Roll concert. Speaking of Jelly Roll, who's coming up on the show soon. I don't know if you saw this, but there was a woman, and it's gone viral. So she was standing in the seated area, and all the people behind her were asking her to sit down. I think there was a series of, can you sit, can you sit, can you sit? Anyway, she has ended up being, this isn't right, pelted with rubbish.
Oh.
They've really gone her.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to see a fight at a concert. Now, I just had one. No, I had a robust argument with a woman at the Oasis concert.
You ended it.
Well, on Tuesday night. Now,
She submitted.
well, I think she was wrong, clearly. But people can have other opinions.
Gave the left, right, good night.
Here's the thing. I understand. So I was sitting there. It was during an Oasis song I wasn't that familiar with. It was sort of almost a ballad. I don't remember that song.
I think it was Little by Little.
That
But
one.
I'd been filming. So I was filming the concert. I was loving it. And I love capturing moments of the concert. And I'll tell you this, mainly to show my girls.
Yeah, of course.
So
Your girls would love that. Your 6-year-old would love to see Little by Little on video from far away at Marvel
but
Stadium.
she's seen me. So I'm showing her roll with it. I'm showing her don't look back in anger. I'm going, this is a band Mummy loves.
But you
and
looked
at
back
this.
in anger, didn't you?
Well, anyway, so while I was filming, I was seated. She was standing behind me, so she's already in the wrong. And she's leant down and she's said in my ear, just enjoy the moment. Because I was
And then
filming.
you went whack, whack.
Well, I stood up and I turned around and I had to get close to her because it's a loud concert.
Yeah.
But I said back to her, you enjoy the concert how you choose to, and I'll enjoy the concert how I want to. You can't tell a complete stranger not to film something.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing is, though, on that, I don't believe in phones out at cinemas or theatres because the lights can be distracting for
and that's
people.
what Josiah did. He nearly got in
But
a
at a
fight.
concert, everyone's got their phone
Yeah.
out. You can't tell. But and in that lady's defence, she did say fair enough.
Yeah.
You can't tell someone how to enjoy a concert.
Was she intimidated when you stood up
of
and your
course.
height of you? And
No,
she was down a level.
not
You
with
was
my
like-
little bucket hat. I don't think she was. But
You're about to wear this iPhone as a hat.
let's go. Let's just focus on the woman who was standing because this is a bit of a fiery debate, and I am very interested in hearing people's opinions because it's blown up online. I don't like anyone being yelled at, and you certainly shouldn't be throwing rubbish at people. But the argument that the people who got cross with her were saying was that they wanted her to sit down because if you want to stand up and dance through the whole Jelly Roll concert,
Buy a
get
different
4
ticket.
tickets.
Yep.
So if you're getting seated tickets, understand, yes, it's a
No.
seat.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Well, the footy's seated. Everyone's up and about.
Oh,
During
if
the
someone
footy.
stood up in front of
Front
you
of
the
you at
whole
the whole
football game,
you'd go off your head.
People jump
I-
up and about.
Yeah,
No,
but that's
I don't
after a
mind.
goal.
Oh, yeah.
But Wonderwall comes on, the whole
Yeah,
stadium
bang,
stands. I
yay.
get that. But if you're sitting there for an hour and a half concert in a seat, and the
Yeah.
person in front of you is standing the whole time, I don't actually think
Especially
that's cool.
through Little by Little.
No,
It
Because
doesn't sound like a banger.
deliberately, I don't get floor tickets because I can't even stand for an
stand for that
hour.
long.
I think I've got that. What do they call it? Foot fascia thing, plantar fasciitis.
Plantar
I don't know.
fasciitis.
Nothing. You're just like a lie down.
Yeah,
No, plantar
I
fasciitis is a
can't
thing.
stand
You don't
for
have a
2
disease.
hours.
Yeah.
If someone's standing in front of you and you tell them numerous times, can you please sit down? And it's not just you, it's the general. Mate, it's us,
Yeah.
us.
And also, and I do
Good
believe
night.
this, there are people, I'm sort of just don't like standing, I admit, but there would be people with medical conditions for
Well, that's
even
different.
age. They can't stand the whole time at a concert. It's
called seating
I think
area.
it's respectful
Yeah.
to sit. Look, I get standing up when there's a huge moment.
yeah.
I get that. That's like a standing ovation at the theatre.
And certain songs. So you're saying there's certain songs. It should almost go up on the screen. You can stand in the seated section now.
Well, yeah, I think there's a general understanding, but
Yeah.
I would be this
like
woman
I-
was standing the whole concert in a seated area.
I just find it weird sitting at a concert like
Then buy
that's
Friday-
you.
Yeah, but that's
no,
you.
but
Buy a
Friday's
different ticket.
live. Who's sitting at Friday? What with the playbill? Oh, quick, everyone!
I would've
Lil
sat.
John's on next
No, if someone
with
was
a monocle to watch Eve.
if I was in the
what are you
seated
doing?
area,
You've gotta be
but
up and
for
about.
Pitbull, I made sure I was in the standing area because I knew I'd stand and dance that whole time. 13-10-60. How do people feel about this? Because Nick Cody, I am very surprised by
I
that.
just think it's a concert, so
No.
it.
But it's
It,
just seated.
and it depends on what type of concert. I think if
Mm.
the music's up and about, you should be up and about.
All right, give us a buzz now.
Some people
13 10
can't
60. We'll take
I'm
your
not
calls.
talking about that.
Yeah, but then what happens if that person if you're in front of me and I can't get up?
Well, use a bit of common sense. If you turn around and everyone's in chairs they've brought,
no, I'm not talking about
themselves.
that. I'm just saying you might not be able to get up for a certain
Don't sta-
reason.
yeah, of course.
And you've bought a seating ticket because
But
you're
then
not in the
again-
standing. Then buy
but
a
that's
standing
common
one. That's-
sense.
No, but buy a standing
that's
one.
common sense. You say, "Oh, sorry,
There's
I didn't
so
realise
much
that."
No, but she didn't.
standing
She
room.
didn't.
Yeah,
That's why I just think if
She's
it was
like, no.
all seated, yeah, that's not fair because there's nowhere to stand. But when you've got all the standing room, get a standing ticket.
Calls after this at the Fox.
Melbourne's 1019.
The Fox.
Just for you podcasters, you're getting a sneak peek at 8 a.m. Alpha Bucks tomorrow, Friday the 7th of November. The letter is going to be M. Question 5 is going to be a type of soup. Minestrone or miso would get you closer to $10,000. Also at the moment, we have our $100,000 Christmas cracker. We had our first attempt this morning on the show with Jess from Tullamarine. I don't think Jess fully understood how the competition works.
All you need to do is yell stop before it pops. Okay.
Okay.
$200.
Hold on.
Jess, that is the best.
All right, so Jess called stop at $200, which means she walks away with that. But if she had kept going before the cracker had cracked, she could have gotten a lot more.
$9,000.
There's still 5 seconds to go.
$10,000.
Oh, Jess.
Ouch. At least she walks away with $200, though. So we are running Alpha Bucks 6:30 and 8 a.m. every day. And then we are having a crack at our Christmas cracker every day at 7. Plenty of chances to win. You just got to be listening to Fev, Fev and Nick on The Fox. All right, back to the podcast.
Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
We're talking concerts, a lot happening. There was Oasis the other night. I had a moment with a lady behind me, but that was just her opinion. She had an opinion that I shouldn't be filming like the concert. She wanted me to enjoy the moment.
Oh.
That just seems like
Honestly.
that's your problem, lady.
Yeah.
That's not mine.
Absolutely.
And I would argue, I mean, the Beatles said it perfectly. Let it be. Just why did you even have to talk to me? And my favourite part about that was Oasis, Liam Gallagher, then started singing his song, I'm free to do whatever I want, whenever I want. And it was just like, yes. So, lady, leave me alone. But at the Jelly Roll concert the other night, there was a bit of biffo that's blown up and gone viral because a woman, she was standing in a seated area. And when I say standing, she wasn't standing for one song. She didn't just get up because of the moment.
Yeah.
She was standing the whole concert and everyone behind her was asking her to sit down. Like everyone.
Yeah,
so it was
which
a
is fair
collective.
enough.
It wasn't
Yeah.
one person being... It was like, hey, we can't see.
Yeah.
Could you sit down? And she refused to, which raises a really interesting debate. It's already gotten fiery here in the studio.
A couple of Maltesers to the head.
Can you stand at a concert in the seated area? Because I do think there needs to be wiggle room.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying, Nick. It's a concert. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to want to dance
Yeah,
and
of
stand.
course.
But I think if you know you're going to stand for the whole concert, there is standing room.
Songs.
There's there's actually tickets for standing.
Standing area.
Doesn't they,
So go
they
to the
cost
stand.
way more?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think less.
No, I think it's less. Seated.
Because
standing seats.
I don't think it's
No, like seated Fridays Live, you're in the stands.
yeah.
That's cheaper than being on the ground.
No,
well, then if that's what you-
some GA,
Yeah, I
GA
reckon.
you can go straight in.
Yeah.
You're just not in that little
Yeah.
section where you're
Yeah,
supposed to be.
so I feel like that if that's what you want out of a concert
Yeah.
is to stand the whole time and dance, then there's actually a ticket for you if you want a seated ticket. And I think
And
it's
if it- and it
depends on the
understandable
concert
if it's
too.
one or two songs.
If a band's playing a song that they can't even remember the words of, because that's
Yeah.
what they do, because they've got all their bangers, and in between they just put absolute crap. It's like seaside stuff that they sing along to that people
Sit
don't
down
even
for
know.
that.
So sit down for that. But you can't stand the whole time
Yeah.
and just be like, "Woo, I know this song," and you're not, and you don't. Sit down.
Well, let's see. I think it's a debate, and there's definitely two very polarising sides. Danielle in Werribee. Hi, Danielle.
Good morning, guys. How you going?
Good. You were
Morning.
at the Teddy Swims concert.
I was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, what happened?
And so we were in a seated area, and we were sitting at the front of a seated area. And basically there was a couple that decided that they were going to stand the entire concert. Now, I will preface this by saying I'm all for people enjoying a concert, get up and have a dance when you need to, whatever. But on several occasions, many people in our section asked them to sit down, especially the people that were sitting directly behind them. They asked very nicely and they refused completely. So after many attempts of us asking them nicely, and maybe not so nicely, a few people, quite a few of the people that were sitting in our area went down and had a word to security, and they were removed from our area.
Of course.
I get that.
Yeah.
Imagine just standing in front of someone who's sitting behind you.
Again.
Especially when they ask nicely, like you're not. It's not a standing area. You're seated. People want to sit down and watch a concert.
100%.
I agree with it.
Yep,
And
I agree.
you sound reasonable, Danielle. It's like, get up and boogie when you want to boogie.
And
with a
I
good
think
song.
that's it. I think be
that's
reasonable.
reasonable.
If I was seated and someone in front of me got up and went nuts for a song, I'd give them the song.
Yeah.
I'd sit and go, okay, I can't see anything.
That'll get you up and about.
But
But I think
okay,
that's what's
there-
brought everyone together. Just be
Be
reasonable.
reasonable. Okay. Thank you for that, Danielle. Mark in Berwick. Hi, Mark.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Yeah, good. What do you think about standing room or seats at a concert?
honestly, do what you want. But I'll give you an example. Last year, I went to both nights at Travis Scott.
Tour, that was crazy.
Yeah. One night in the mosh pit, which is its own thing, but second night in the stands. Now, honestly, people that were sitting were punished. And for the whole show, there was no one sitting in our area.
Yeah, it's a different breed at Travis
around,
Scott.
everywhere.
They're the ones that rampage the ground, and remember the security, and they
Astro
all went
World.
through. People from the
Different
grandstands
vibe.
all just ran onto the ground, and there was fight, and there was actual like organised fights on the footy ground.
Right. So a Travis Scott fan,
Is
they
a bit
want
loose.
to stand.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be very surprised if there's many people sitting at Metallica on Saturday night.
Oh, I think they will be.
They will be.
I think they're of an age where they need to
they
sit.
are of an age, yeah.
I reckon there's
And that's the
100-year-olds.
truth. Like
But that's
we talk about inclusivity, and yet you get to like there are people at a concert that can't stand. I think out of respect, if it's a seated area, come on, don't
Sit.
stand the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Stand for a couple, have a sit, or maybe even turn around and have a chat. Do you mind if maybe all the people behind go, no, fine, stand, enjoy. But if somebody's like, well, it would be ideal if you sat so I could see something, then be nice and sit. Mel, hi Mel.
Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah, good. Standing or sitting at concerts?
I think stand. Honestly, I think the world has gotten a bit square and soft. If you're paying for a concert ticket, honestly, they're not cheap these days. And look, I personally probably wouldn't stand for a whole concert. My knees couldn't handle it. But, I think just let people have fun. Obviously, if there's someone behind that can't stand and you can see that, definitely, of course, then change seats or sit down. But, I think just let people have fun. Like, there's no difference from someone standing in a standing area and there's someone taller than you and you can't see anyway. You're not going to ask them to move.
Well, you can't.
So,
but do you agree? Like, Mel, part of me is like, yeah, I get it. And I actually agree with what you're saying. You want to go and have fun at a concert. But if you knew you were going to stand and not use that seat, would you just not get standing room tickets? Like, that's just, there is that option. That's the only thing I think.
100%. Now, Mel, just say I was in front of you at a concert. We've gone to see a Katy Perry concert or a Taylor Swift. And I'll just say I'm 6'6", and I'm standing in front of you. That'd annoy you.
She just dropped out. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mind you, I copped that at Taylor Swift and I didn't mind.
Yeah.
So that's back to depends on the concert. I was at the Taylor Swift concert and I had Daisy with me who fell asleep on me. Now, Nick was next to me. Everyone stood that whole concert and I didn't see a thing, but I'm okay with that. I I got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Everyone's
can't
up and
ask
about
anyone
that.
at a Taylor Swift concert to
To
sit
sit
down
down.
so I can
Yeah.
see. So you sort of cop it when you know, fair enough.
That's what I think. There must have been songs at this Jelly Roll concert that are really low key.
Yeah.
And everyone
100%.
thinks
It's not Taylor
no one-
Swift's got
Yeah.
48 number one
Bangers.
hits, so
Yeah.
that everyone's going to be up and about. Jelly Roll might have 4 crackers.
I was even
Kai-
up for Willow, though.
Kylie in Eltham North. Hi, Kylie.
Hi, how you going, guys?
Good. Kylie, what do you think about standing in the seated areas at a concert?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of people standing. I took my 8-year-old daughter, to Katy Perry, and in front of us there was 3 or 4 17-year-old girls, and as soon as the Katy Perry concert started, they all stood up and they were standing. It got about 3 songs in, and I asked them politely if they'd mind changing seats with their parents, who were sort of off to the side, because next to me there was also another family with young kids and same behind. And I was just like, look, I'm happy for you to stand. Do you mind just swapping seats with your parents so that, my daughter can actually see the concert? And, it got into a bit of a heated discussion, and there was people behind me as well that with their young kids, they couldn't see anything. So, eventually, I think because there was a lot of hoo-ha, they moved to the side and stopped with their parents. So,
Which is good. That's what you want, Kylie. Like, you want reason. Like, I agree with you. And I've started taking my kids to concerts. And so you've paid for your tickets, Kylie. You've paid your daughter probably her first concert. She's 8, Katy Perry. You want her to see it. But then you go, okay, there's 17-year-olds that just want to stand and party. I think they've got the wrong seats. So that's already, they should have had stand-in seats, room. But, you want them to be reasonable. Like, that's, you just go,
Especially when their
guys,
parents are
she's
there.
8, she can't see. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Again.
Like, I know.
Just be reasonable.
I know.
So the parents were like, no, we've paid for these tickets. Well, they can stand up if they want to. Like, there was just
not a nice vibe. And when there's like, when you turn around and you've got like
Little kids.
a whole heap of little kids and, they can't see anything, you'd sort of go, well, I'd go, yeah, no worries, I'll move to the side.
Yeah, it's just common courtesy, really, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
1019
The Fox.
I need some cash. I've been fined.
I can't believe you got fined.
I got fined the last week of the AFLW season. I'm
Mad
down
Monday.
there as a coach with the girls, and I get a message off a player, Ali Dalloway. So each week they have a fine system. The players get in and they
the
fine.
players fine.
Yeah, they fine each other for certain things, and if they're in the paper, we used to do this. We used to do the same thing. It's like the money goes towards like a footy trip or
So it's fun
like
fining.
Fun fining, yes. And
Like a swear jar?
like a swear jar.
Is that a fine? You get fined for swearing?
No, no, it's a footy club.
They would have
but
rebuilt it. It would look incredible.
I was just sitting down on Thursday, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday, and I copped a message from Ali Dalloway saying, sorry to tell you, big fella, you've been fined, blah, blah, blah. What for?
How much?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So I've been fined. So the first fine, which I want to dispute, but I don't know if I can because it's going to the girls and they're going away on their footy trip and it goes to that, for not telling anyone that I was going on a Disney cruise. So the Disney cruise has cost me a fine.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
I did. I told all the coaches and rang all the forwards and said I won't be there.
Well, then fight that fine.
Dispute that.
Oh, unlucky you're in the midfield and the defenders. Like, well, I don't need to tell you that I'm not there.
Yeah.
It's relevant. They just miss me, obviously.
What were they charging you for that?
That was like a couple $100 or something. And I think, but then I've realised that the fines are only like $25. But I think they've seen me coming.
Everyone else gets 25.
Yeah,
they've seen you win back-to-back bingo on the Disney cruise. And go, whoa!
And then the
here
next
he is.
fine. So this is what happened. So we got off the Disney cruise. We all got off together, and we jumped in an Uber and we went to the airport. And I sat in the lounge from about 9 o'clock to, or about 9:15 when we got to the airport, to like 12:30. I flew from Sydney to Perth. 5 hours, 29 minutes. I've been on a boat, went on an Uber, went on a plane. I get to Sydney. I get to Perth Airport. We have training out at Fremantle, so I get in an Uber. Another Uber. So I've literally done planes, trains, automobile. The only thing I didn't go on was a train. 5.5 hours. I'm sitting at the front. The lady pours me a couple of wines, and I'm like, I can't. I've had two. I can't have any more wines because I've got to go to footy training. I can't go there a bit sloshed. It's, it's unprofessional. She goes, we're only 2 hours in. We've got another 3.5 hours. I said, keep pouring it, love, please. Keep pouring it. So I reckon I would have had a bottle by the end. So I get the footy training. The big coaches there because the girls have come straight from the airport as well. We've got training, and I've got that big bag that I had, the big golf bag, and it was full. It was like 25 kilos or something because I was away for a while. I was in Sydney beforehand. I've got my backpack. I've got my little Disney backpack that they gave us with all the little drink bottles and stuff in it. And got bags everywhere.
And you got red teeth.
And I was tired. We'd had a big day. We were broadcasting from the middle of the ocean that morning. And now I find myself in Perth, down in Fremantle. I walk up to the bus and there's this old man standing there in his blue shirt and his jeans, his like pants, like work pants. And I said, "G'day, mate. Which side did the girls put their bags in? Because the bus is facing towards the ground, like on the side, and the right hand side, if the doors wouldn't open to put it in." And he goes, "Oh, I think the girls put it in this side." And I'm like, "Oh, like obviously they can't come up, mate. Can you just look after it and put it in for me? Because I've got to go get changed to get my Richmond kit on."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh." I go, "Mate, I can do it. Just lift up the doors, open the doors for me." He goes, "Mate, I'm not the bus driver."
Oh, you just assumed he was a bus driver.
He looked like a bus driver. He was
standing next to a bus.
He was just standing next to the bus.
Blue shirt tucked into pants next to a bus is a bus driver. I don't care.
And I go, "Oh, I'm so sorry, mate." He goes, "I'm actually Charlie Wickey's grandfather, who was one of the players who was playing in our team, and she's a Perth girl, so the whole family was there." He was just standing away watching training by himself. And then I felt so embarrassed. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
Why? He dressed as a bus driver.
But the next morning, we're having breakfast in the hotel before the game, and Charlie come up and said, "Oh, now we've got a family WhatsApp, bit like everyone else has got." And now he's been called the bus driver.
Oh.
He's like, Charlie, good luck today from the bus driver. So I got fined for mistaking Charlie Wicksteed's dad, grandfather, for a bus driver. So that was another
What
couple
was the
hundred.
fine?
A couple hundred. So I had to transfer, and I was like, how am I don't even get paid. It's costing me to go to Richmond. It's costing me money.
You a volunteer coach?
Pardon?
Are you a volunteer coach?
Pretty much. Pretty much a volunteer. And I'm copping fines. It's actually cost me money to have 2 wins.
That's Fifi, Fev and Nick. Good morning.
$200 a win.
Melbourne's 1019.
The Fox.
Going to quickly take you back to the Avery Monday evening when we were there for the Melbourne Cup, the pre-party.
Yes,
Feast prees.
that was great.
Beautiful. The Avery at Crown. I'd never been there.
I've never been there either.
Really
it was
great.
packed. Everyone was up and about.
Standing room only. There was no seats left.
We had the CEO of the VRC on.
Roger.
Roger.
Yes, my good mate, Kylie Rogers.
Your
Soon to
good
be
mate.
inducted into the Tintern Hall of Excellence.
Yeah, the
What was
Avenue,
the Avenue
of
of
Excellence.
Excellence?
Avenue of Excellence.
No, we're going to put it in the hall.
You can't. That's the CM Wood Centre. It's not the hall.
Oh, sorry, mate.
The fact that you remember that is the saddest thing
You
you've
don't
ever
remember
said.
your school hall names?
Mate, I don't even remember. I don't even reckon I went in a classroom in year 12.
Really?
Fev went to 8 different schools. We can't remember all of those. But we're talking about what people are wearing. Everyone there at Crown, people were dressed up. Everyone was in that fever. And I told Kylie about the suit I wore last year.
I learned this last year, Kyle. I wore a green suit.
Don't wear green.
I got told no
Don't
green.
wear green.
Don't wear green.
That's bad luck.
With an orange
Is it?
tie.
Not good. Not fashionably good, and it's bad luck. on the
Yeah,
track.
I didn't win fashion.
Unless
on the
you're
field.
Irish.
Well,
Or a leprechaun.
Or a leprechaun.
Don't wear it.
That
She
was
said,
good.
don't wear green. Bad luck is what I got told at the Melbourne Cup last year when I had a green suit on. Don't wear green to the races.
Never
it's bad
heard
luck.
that myself.
I'd never heard it either.
Poor fashion.
I just went along with it.
I put the TV on Tuesday to watch the Melbourne Cup. Green everywhere. Green's in. Green was the colour of choice at the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday. Everyone. Blokes in suits, women's dresses. My mate Mel, face Alexis, fully green dress. I'm like, I started this last year. I think I was walking around Flemington last year in a green suit, and they're like, this is on.
They,
So you
I just
set the
demand an
trend.
apology
They
for
all
being
rubbed him, Fee, because they thought he was the leprechaun.
Yeah, 5.5. Trendsetter, fashion trendsetter.
You're a fashionistic.
I'm a fashionistic.
I didn't know the green thing.
I didn't know it either, Boxy, because I went to the races on Tuesday and I was in a marquee, like a corporate marquee, and there was a lot of green. And when we sat on that in the Avery, I had a great dark green suit out, ready to it's like a blacky dark, it's a green, beautiful suit, and I was going to wear that on Cup Day. But then when I heard Kylie say no green, I'm like, oh no, and I'm like, do I have another? I had to wear a suit from like a couple of years ago, and I didn't wear the green, and I had a good luck on the Tuesday, so I don't know if it is bad luck. So,
But bad luck's not an actual thing. You know that, don't you?
oh yeah, it is. I've had a lot of it.
No,
you ever-
it's all superstition.
If you have a look at my Sportsbet account, I should throw that green suit out.
Live from the Fox Studios in South Melbourne, Fifi, Fev and Nick.
Thanks for listening to the Fifi, Fev and Nick podcast for Chemist Warehouse. The Chemist Warehouse fragrance sale is on now. Spoil yourself or your loved ones this Christmas with big brand fragrances at the lowest prices.
Fifi, Fev and Nick.